Stream
we
time.
streaming?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it's just too bad about Briarfest, because I would have totally, like, as we were waking up, I totally opened Emma in the morning.
One day, Larry. One day. It will happen.
Everyone else in the hotel room is just like, what the hell?
But see, everybody in the hotel room would know because
Larry. We cannot help this.
No. Oh my god.
Waiting for next year.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, so that new champ, hey?
That is fun. Of course I didn't do well because I was like on a level 4 horse, but
yeah, no, I didn't do great either. But it was definitely a lot of fun. I think it's probably my new favorite champ.
Yeah, I have to run it maybe again, but oh my gosh, my dad is just hammering below my feet.
I can't really hear him, honestly, so.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm looking through. Oh, that was the last race earlier for the racetrack.
Yes, at 6:30 was the last one. That was one that me and Kylie did.
Yeah.
I did one this morning. It was fun. I did one this morning with Audrey was on. And like I didn't do well then either because I was only on like a level 3 horse. I took out my other Paso. And I was just using it for XP, you know. But man,
that's what I'm using it for too.
Yeah, I found a couple shortcuts though.
Same.
Honestly, not too many. Not too many. But
it's a lot of fun.
The oil slick part, like I almost started laughing out loud in the office because it was just so funny.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see what you guys were
we tossed it we tossed it under spoilers. but that was basically what it was, is that like Audrey went, I was not expecting the oil.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean it kind of makes sense that it's there though, because they have the whole area there. That maybe
I wasn't expecting like okay, it really caught me off guard because they sent you around the racetrack like it was going to be a steeplechase. And I thought to myself for a little bit, I was like, that can't be it. You know, like if it is, I'm not going to complain because that is still really like, it was still fun. But as we came around that last corner and it's like, yeah, you gotta jump out of the fence, I was like, okay.
Oh yeah. I have to get used to it.
Yeah. Kylie. I know Kylie can't chat. Kylie says she can't chat. But hi, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie.
We see you.
We see you. We hear you. Even though you can't say it.
We hear you. Today's just gonna be a training night, seeing as there's not another one of those champs.
Yeah, which is a shame. I wish they would have done it a whole lot more.
They might tomorrow, though. I have yet to check the schedule for tomorrow because they seem to have, for now, put it at the half-hour increments so that people can get a little bit more of a feel for it. But it's definitely, like, I definitely think that's my favorite champ now, but it makes me wonder if they're gonna do one in Mistfall at some point.
I hope so. Or even in Tailtop, I think it's called. I would love one in Tailtop.
Like one in Wildwoods and one in Mistfall would be really nice, because then I'd actually have some reason to go to Mistfall other than that Redwood is my home stable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, no doubt. I mean, like, I'm Clydesdales are extremely cheap, so I'm tempted to go look at them possibly tonight.
Yeah. But... See, the only Clydesdale I like is the one from the app. which is the very like that's very classic Clydesdale is Bay
Yeah.
like Bay Sabino.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my rock one, and that's really all I need.
Yeah, I might just wait till the rock ones if they are.
They should come back
re-released.
at some point. They never
some
said that they
point.
weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Star Stable learned their lesson to not do like a deal with people like that again. 'Cause
Yeah.
it seemed like more of a hassle than it's worth. Hi,
Amber. Amber. Where are the
Also-
Clydesdales other than the one in Fort Pinta? I think they're in Mistwall.
Yep, they're in Mistwall.
Dundle. I think they're in Dundle.
I haven't been in Dundle in so long, even though it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite areas.
There's something about Mistfall that I really liked it at first, and then now that they've been redoing all the textures everywhere else, I honestly think that Dundle looks very plasticky. I'm not talking about the buildings, because I love the buildings and I love like the city itself, but the surrounding area, the landscape itself looks really, really plasticky.
Yeah.
And I'd like for them almost to revamp it to blend better into Redwoods or Wildwoods, I should say.
Yeah, I think that would do it some good. I mean, it's a gorgeous area.
Yeah.
I personally don't care for how. Yeah, it looks very plasticky. I feel because of the very dark green.
That's exactly it. That is 100% it. It's that dark green. If it was, but also I think because it's not like I'm at Steve's right now, and the new texture that they have on the ground everywhere is just so nice. And I almost think that if they use this exact same kind of texture and just shaded it a little darker green, that would be totally fine for Mistfall. But it's so dark that it just doesn't quite look right. I'm stuck.
actually probably gonna go back right now just to critique it.
I was actually thinking about doing that. I'm doing Steve's race. Do you want to come to Steve's and we can ride from Steve's?
Amber, you got your Rune Runner!
Yay!
Oh, how do you like it?
I love her.
Oh,
Yay!
What did you? Oh, Tsunami!
Yay!
So cute. That totally just derailed you, Emma. I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry.
No, if you guys want to come to Steve's, we can ride up to Mistfall and then to Wildwoods.
I am. I fast traveled there right now.
Lurie.
I'll come back. I'll come back so we can do a little joyride.
Yeah.
Oh, joyride won't hurt anyone. Also, another topic of conversation: the new halflingers.
They make me so happy. My mom has always really liked Hoffies, and my first horse was a Hoffie, and he wasn't a good horse for me, but he was still a really pretty horse. But you want to talk about they're considered draft ponies, basically mini Belgians, but the guy that I had was he was 8 years old and already 1,200 pounds because he was just built. I mean, he was a round man. But Hoffies are so nice, and I always felt like the ones in the game, the old ones, just never quite fit the body type. They looked too thin and too ponyish, because while Hoffies are draft ponies, they look more like Belgians than ponies. So whoever did the Hoffie nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. It makes me very happy. I tippy-toe around Amber.
Well, I'm gonna grab the one I'm probably gonna buy.
Yeah.
Well, I grabbed the screenshot. I mean, because they only come in shades of brown, and I like this one.
Yes. Yeah, Hoflingers only come in chestnut. So but they're so light chestnut that some people call them Palomino, and they're genetically they're not. They are actually chestnut, but chestnut can get really, really dark. And I love that they went the entire range of chestnut, from like the super duper light ones all the way, like Lurie, I think that one is like midway. And then there's the super dark one. They're so
the super
nice.
dark one is also gorgeous, but I'm kind of like, I'm between the super dark one and this one.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, they're so cute, and the fancy hairstyle. I'm just like,
yes,
give it to me.
Yeah, like the that's called a lattice or a diamond braid. And they're so I'm so glad that they're getting into main styles like that, because it just makes me like really wonder what other kinds of braids they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna go for one that's like in the mid kind of color.
Yeah. Because whenever I see a Silver Bay, I'm just like, Epona!
Yeah.
And I already have an Epona horse. It's the Jorvik Wild, so
which
I didn't want
is
to kind of
dead on.
Oh yeah, they went like, we're just gonna make Epona. Who's gonna stop us, Nintendo? So like,
my dad works at Nintendo.
My dad works at Nintendo. But like, yeah. So like all of them are really pretty, but I'm just like, it's basically just choose what shade of brown you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm not too bent on, getting one that I'm like, because I'm like, I already kind of have a Silver Bay technically.
Right.
And I'm like, they're cute, but I kind of like this one because she has a little bit of black in the face, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I actually I like the one that they tested out the animations on, because it's got the kissy spots in the blaze. Like if a horse has like all those little like black dots on its muzzle, they're called kissy spots.
Oh. And are you supposed to kiss them?
Yeah.
That just made me so happy.
Oh good. Sometimes I forget that people don't know that, because like when we design like pintos and stuff at work, a lot or any horse that has a big old blaze, my boss really likes kissy spots, and so like it's kind of an automatic thing on some horses that we're like, oh yeah, Elaine's really gonna want kissy spots on that, But my mom's horse had she actually had her blaze was kind of funky, because she had some black and gray ones down on her muzzle, but then up a little further she actually had chestnut one, because she was a chestnut, so she had chestnut ones that were actually like mapped in gray. It was really cute. I'll have to see if I can find a picture of Lily sometime. She was so sweet. Just like,
Kylie's cheating.
Kylie, we're taking the roads.
No, but yeah, I would love pictures.
Yeah, she was a big old chestnut and had a big blaze.
Oh,
a very kissable newt. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I'm not that in love with the Pasofino. This is probably the new horse from the newer horses that I don't care for. Especially, primarily because the final run animations and the final jump are unfinished. Like,
they
so stiff and janky, and I'm like, if you guys would have polished that out, and I'm sure they worked their butts off. Like, yeah. But compared to the Welsh pony, this feels like a step down.
Yes. I'm just walking for a second, because I thought that at one point they had fixed, we were talking about the placement of the person in the saddle. I thought at one point they had fixed that. Because I noticed on the English saddle the other day, I thought that the character was where they should be, but I couldn't quite tell. But the one thing that drives me nuts, you can't see it from the back, but you can see it from the side, is the leg swinging forward in the jump.
Yeah.
Like, you would absolutely fall off if you did that.
Yeah, and at a full run, the legs extend so fast and it doesn't even hit the ground when it extends. Like that's just like wow, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this feels very. Unfortunately, it feels very rushed. Oh my god, we're in the plastic world.
Okay, yeah, now I'm looking at it again and it definitely like the willow trees need a huge update. These trees I think are all the old ones.
Mm-hmm. I mean
But
the bark is the same texture
yeah.
as the new trees though. Which
Yeah.
isn't the problem, it's how dark the grass is.
Yes. It's and not even necessarily how dark, but do you guys notice how soon as we get here, everything is not only dark but super high saturation?
Oh, absolutely.
Like even the dirt.
Yeah, and this weird paddock that I mean, like they threw some things into, but they never do anything with that paddock ever.
Right.
And I'm like, this is such an underutilized area, even though wasn't it early 2020 when they had that whole event with the cartoon and everything?
Yes.
I mean, they did a lot with it. Like there's like so much story that you can do in this area, and it took me like 3-4 days to get through everything here.
Oh, for sure.
That's quite a lot for Star Stable in a single. I mean, like in a single, not really big area.
Yeah.
Also, do you know you guys can just go into this house and no one's in here? It's good.
Yes.
Time. Yee. But after that, it's like, oh well, that's it. And they don't have any good races around here. All the races are just like 100 XP only, despite them being very long.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember if there's a star in this house or not, but you can go in this house.
There's no one in this house. Good for role-playing purposes that no one ever does.
Yes. Hello, Twitch chat. No, you can sit on the couch.
We can sit on the couch.
You guys, I can't see you.
I can't see you
guys.
I can't see you guys either.
Oh
no. Can't hang out in the house.
If we were grouped, I wonder if we could, but
there's little puppies over here.
Yeah, the puppies.
These are my puppies. They're not yours. I'm gonna claim them. That is Willow Star and Blue Star, and they're dogs, but they're also like warrior cat.
So. Oh, hey, Lurie, I gotta tell you, and you might already know, but apparently there's a Kickstarter for a Stardew Valley-esque Warriors game.
I don't know. Could you link it?
I absolutely can. It's called Cattails Wildwood Story.
Oh, I know Cattails. I know what you're talking about. Yes, Cattails.
I say apparently their Kickstarter is like doing pretty good.
They already have a game that was originally a Warrior Cats game, but then Warrior Cats put a like, hey, can't actually use our name in this game for whatever reason. And then I think it's because they wanted to put it on Steam because it's a pretty good game.
Yes.
And so
they wanted it on Steam and Switch.
Yeah, and so they had to rebrand it, even though it is basically Warrior Cats the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this Kickstarter now they're making it more of their vision.
Yeah.
From what I recall. And also speaking of early 2000 animal things, Feral Hearts Unleashed released Sunday.
Oh.
So if people played Feral Hearts in their childhood, it's out again with a better, a really, really massive character customization. That's a lot of fun.
Interesting.
If you don't know what Feral Hearts is, it's a very fancy group, like very fancy chat room where everyone has like their little dog or cat avatar and they just run around. But it's just fun. It's basically you get the same entertainment of watching the global chat as you would at Star Stable. I'm just like, time is a flat circle. Everyone's an edgy teen in this group chat. It's great.
But yeah, there's so much unused like missed potential in Dundle. Like look at the actual city, and it's so
Kylie
nice.
Can't run.
Kylie,
sorry.
no!
Oh yeah, the city is absolutely gorgeous.
But then let's go from here to the Wildwoods entrance because like there's a very stark difference. Oh no, where's Kylie? I know she can't
There
run,
they
but
are.
she goes, look at my horse. Where are you?
Oh, there she goes. She's pacifinoing away. I'm gonna get her.
Oh no!
I'm coming,
Oh
I'm gonna
no!
get her.
Where are you?
I'm coming after you. I'm gonna get you. Gonna get you.
Wait.
Get over here. Oh, I got you.
Wait, I see you guys.
Gonna get you.
Oh!
Gonna
Oh,
get
you're
you.
stuck in your special gate?
Oh, just stop.
Just stop. Wait, Kylie.
Run.
Kylie,
Don't hold down
stop.
shift. Don't hold down shift. Okay, stop and maybe rear up to
Yeah.
or jump or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard stop.
Up there. Hard stop.
Hard stop. X.
Okay, now walk on.
Oh,
Oh no.
I think your horse just really
Oh,
wants to.
I'm
Like,
dead.
everyone, we
Oh,
got
no.
a tippy toe.
Oh
Everyone, we
no.
got a tippy toe.
Okay,
get
come
you.
on, Kylie.
If you're bugged, we're all bugged.
Yeah, we're all bugged.
This is a
Except for
team.
Amber.
I'm gonna go get mine real quick.
Oh, you got one too?
I got one too. Let me go get it.
Before I get
Yeah.
anywhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just even the sky is highly saturated. Like they boost. Wait, hold on.
Yes.
I'm gonna go into.
Are you going into photo mode?
I'm going in photo mode and decreasing the saturation.
Like
I mean, it's
if
gonna
you
have
decrease
some gray
it-
tone.
if you decrease it just a little bit,
Yeah.
it's so much better. Because
yeah, okay.
it very much gets that like mysticky forest kind of a look without
Yeah.
being too ridiculously saturated. And then like the moment you come out of it, you're like,
Yeah, hold on. Since my Discord doesn't like me uploading my screenshot, so
mhm.
because they're
no.
too big, that's a too powerful of an image. And
Yep,
like, I'm sorry
done
that
that
my
to me too.
My monitor is like 32 inches or something big. It's a PB.
Say I have
Literally how I-
4K monitors at work, and I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Ky-
like I have
Kylie,
a
are you
giant 4K. Oh, what did Kylie do?
just heading to Wildwoods?
Oh, hold
Did you
on,
guys get
I'll
ahead
be
of
there in a
us?
sec.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Hark, who dis? Amber? Yeah. Hi.
Me.
Hold on. I am uploading the screenshot.
I see the one.
I see two.
Yep.
Yep, that is it. But I just decreased the saturation
Let me
just a smidge. It looks the same, but if you click on them, you'll be like, oh.
let me show you with the one that I had it set at.
Yeah, I just took it down a notch, and I'm like, it already looks better.
Yeah, I messed with the oh geez. I messed with the brightness, the contrast, and the saturation a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll send that to the to the
Amber,
group chat.
that tax set looks very nice.
I know. I thought so too.
You
Take
have
forever
the-
to make it though.
Oh yeah. I have
Yeah.
only one more set to get. I think it's the yellow set for the recycling, and it's like you need like 20 moss. I'm like, moss is like the one thing that has barely anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, that's also nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very close. We're very close in our screenshots. Oh, the pink set looks so good on the done.
Oh, it does.
They really do.
Oh,
I'm
and,
still
like,
debating
these-
whether I want this guy in this tax set or not. I do like it on him, but
It's very nice
Right.
on him.
yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah, because it's either going to be this or I might get the saddle pad that you're wearing, Larry.
Oh, am I going up here? Wait. Oh, wait.
This is
Wildwood. Never
this is
mind.
the way to this is the way to Wildwood.
Yeah.
Also, what adds to its cartooniness is the random white trees up there.
There is
it's
some
so-
sort of lore significance.
Behind
Oh my god, Kylie is so much further ahead of us. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up the slow canter. But yeah, there is some lore significance to the white trees, but I
They
wish
never-
that they would have done a little bit different, like that they could have done them a bit differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say this area is absolutely a product of its time because it dropped in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then the transition into red, like Wildwoods here. See, they keep the green on the ground through here, but notice it's not as dark. Like
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
patchy. There's patches
It's a
of the
patchy
dark.
yellow.
Yeah,
Right.
but there's definitely the areas of the dark. And I don't know, but the trees seem less saturated. At least
They
in
are.
the leaves.
No, they're also less saturated in the bark as well.
Okay.
Because they're not a deep brown.
No.
Like a very deep brown. Not at all.
No. But
oh my
yeah.
gosh, we're going to our house, Emma.
Yeah.
I live in Warrior Cats World. That's what I call it because I'm like,
Yeah.
all these horses are like warrior cats.
I tell you what, that was not where I expected that to go at all.
Oh yeah? 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember you had a video of like trying to theorize what's beyond like that side of Wildwoods.
Yeah.
Because like they released a picture and you took the picture and then you picked it apart and I'm like, oh my gosh, Emma's a little and that's just a theory.
Oh,
A
yeah.
horse theory.
Well,
Okay.
the neat part was that if you actually took the game launcher and you like inspected it and took the images out of it, if you found the background image behind the fog, it showed you all those horses because they had a fog that like rolled in across
Yeah.
the screen, and
I remember the video.
it basically obscured everything. You really couldn't see anything. But the moment you started picking around and found those files, it was like, oh, okay. But yeah, this is
Emma's house.
this is my place.
Wait.
This is like my favorite area in the game.
Dude, this area coupled with like where the wild horses are is my favorite. And sometimes when I'm just feeling vibey, I'll just get out my Ember mane because I have it in I only have the skull mask on him.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm just like running around and I'm like, just relax.
Yeah.
But also, Amber and Kylie, where are your home stables?
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever asked that.
Oh, I haven't changed it yet. It's just still up Moreland.
That's what Kylie
You
just
guys-
put. She's a moral.
You know you guys can change it, right?
Yeah, with star points. I've
Yeah.
been saving them.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you could have a different home stable, I guess, like where would you put it?
Oh, that's a tough decision.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I have to think on that, honestly. I've never really thought
Yeah.
about it.
I've had, let's see, I've had 2 or 3 different home stables. My first jump was from Moreland to, I did Silverglade Manor, because honestly, Silverglade is a very, Silverglade and Steve's are super central. And
Especially
there's a
Steve's.
lot. Yeah, especially Steve's, but back in the day when Steve's was not great looking, I didn't want to be at Steve's. I did like the manor a lot. There's Kylie.
Epona horse.
I
Really?
see
Sorry.
Kylie.
Continue, Emma.
No, but Silverglade Manor was always really nice. And then when they updated Golden Hills, I moved there.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I came here.
Right.
There was nothing here, and I moved here.
Yeah, it's very quiet up here. there's like no players ever.
Yeah, Golden Hills. I see Kylie mentioned the yellow haze in Golden Hills. That I think is only in the forest now. It used to be over everything, but the actual barn at Golden Hills doesn't have the haze to it, I don't think. Sometime I should
Okay.
find actually let me see if I can find it. You guys should have seen the old Golden Hills. It was so bad. It was so gross looking. It was like really like the yellow haze was everywhere and it just looked like dirty. Here. That's the actual that's the town.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like dingy and
ooh.
gross. And I never really and it had this, well, the whole game had this fog over it. And I don't know how anybody thinks that old Star Stable looked good, because it didn't. Like, you are lying to yourself if you say that the old Star
Right.
Stable looks better than what we have now. I understand the nostalgia factor. I get it, but like, come on. there's no way. Especially looking at it now. I mean, just for the sake of comparison in our group chat, I'm gonna toss in a picture of the revamped Golden Hills, and it's like it's night and day.
It's so much nicer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the whole game had that haze over it, and I could never understand why. Like, I know, like, obviously it's a stylistic choice, but it's like, why?
Yeah, why?
Now, that's not to say that I wouldn't like some parts of the map to have, like, fog. You know?
Right.
I'd love if, when you went to Scarecrow Hill, like, as soon as you came through the gate, you just got lost in the fog. Or, you know, crossing over into Tailtop. You know, or even the
Right.
the first part of Wildwoods that we just came in through, where you have to go up and around and over the rock bridge. I think some fog there would be nice too. But over, like, to have basically like a blur filter over the entire game just never made any sense.
No.
No.
I mean, it's kind of funny too, because it's like the old pictures are like the style of an early 2000s game, and I'm sure those pictures are from like 2015, aren't they, or something?
Well, they didn't.
Or early 2010s.
Oh, we do have fog through here. It just got hazy. Yep.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember when they updated Golden Hills, because I can't quite remember. But the haze on the whole game, they got rid of. Like, it had to be sometime during 2017 or 2018, because I definitely remember taking screenshots where I'm like, shit looks blurry. I might have some of those. I'll have to look. It's so pretty in here. Also, the fact that they've now added, like, the rays of light coming through like, you can actually see the beams of light coming through the trees, and the water is just so pretty. Like, this game is absolutely gorgeous.
It really is.
I can't wait for a Dino Valley update. That's what I really want to happen.
Also, welcome to my house. There's warrior cat horses.
Yes.
And it's very quiet, and I say it's the most beautifulest place in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
And that and the other, redwoods, like these
Yeah.
two connecting areas, best part of the entire game.
Yeah,
Like-
Redwoods as a whole is amazing, and I think for me a close
Mhm.
second is Golden Hills.
Oh yeah, Golden Hills is gorgeous, though I do feel Golden Hills does need another update.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, for me, it just feels a little crusty compared to, this woods.
Right.
I feel like they could oomph it up so much better, especially since it's a hot spot for Halloween.
Right. Yeah, Golden Hills is the big Halloween place, which I am so stoked for Halloween. I'm so ready. I want
Same
it
here.
so
I can't wait
bad.
to see it all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is my favorite event in the game.
Oh yeah. I think I'm guessing it's gonna be the Pride. I'm just gonna call it the Pride event.
It is
know-
Pride now. It is. They've basically
the-
confirmed that, yeah.
Yeah, so like the Pride event is probably my second favorite.
Mhm.
And then because I love like the Rainbow Road knockoff.
That race is so
Race.
fun. You guys are
I
gonna
went on
love that race.
hardcore.
That race is so good. It really is Rainbow Road. Like it just is Rainbow Road, but it's slippery. It's so good. It's so much fun. It's just chaotic.
My inner I gotta win this race comes out because it feels like an actual race.
Yeah. And I can't wait to do the haunted trail ride a shit ton of times with you guys.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
okay, there was a and this is before we started like uploading to YouTube as well as Twitch, so it didn't save it. But at one point there was a or are we going up this way? Are we going round to Fir Grove?
Or do we want to jump on the drum?
Oh, we could jump onto drum.
I
We
want
should
to
jump on the drum.
I think
Yeah.
we should jump on the drum.
There, like, for the Halloween event this last year, there was a thing that you could do where if you paid so many, was it like shards? You like, or tokens, like you paid so many of a currency to a ghost in order to receive like a pamphlet or a, oop, I'm gone.
Oh no!
It was like you gotta scroll or something that essentially said that Galloper Thompson, who is Jorvik's headless horseman, would randomly attack you at some point. You didn't know
It was
when.
Awesome.
You didn't know when, and you didn't know where. And it could happen, like, literally, it would either be, like, 5 minutes after you got it, or, like, I think the max we had was, like, an hour.
Yeah, max
You know.
an hour. It was at pure random.
And it was scary as hell. Oh my god, because
It was
You'd-
terrifying. The
you'd be
music.
minding your own business, and all of a sudden here comes this ghost materializes behind you, and the horse's like eyes are flaming, and he's carrying a torch, and he's screaming,
Oh,
and
screaming
he's
at
running,
you.
and he's running, like he's running at you, and the music is super intense, and you basically have to outrun him for a certain amount of time, and then you would
Yeah.
get like double or triple the shards that you paid in.
Yep.
So it was really worth doing, but the fact that it came out of nowhere was
Right.
just like, oh my god. And
It was
the
so
first
fun
time-
during streams.
yeah, because we'd do it. We'd start it at the beginning of the stream, right? So like that was the first thing we did is we'd all go get that item, and
Yeah.
then we'd either go on the trail ride or we'd go somewhere else, and you would know as soon as somebody started getting chased because you just hear like a scream and just shit, and they'd run.
And we weren't supposed to swear at that
Yeah.
time either. So I would be the one guilty of that. Of like we're all like hanging out and we're like la 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 and like shit as I'm running and I'm running for my life, and everyone's like, "Go, go, go!"
Well, I remember the first time that it ever happened to me, we were on the trail ride, and I thought it was a part of the trail ride, and so I reacted a little bit too late to it, and then I got stuck, and he got me. And I think it puts you back at your home stable or something.
Mm-hmm. Puts at your home stable.
Yeah, but it was just like, oh my god, like. But there was one where I think Lurie, it was you and me, and we'd both gotten it, and we were riding by Starshine Ranch, and I said something, and you got it first. He came after you first, and I just saw you take off. Was it bye, Kylie? Bye, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie.
But I saw you take off, and I was like, oh god, at least he hasn't gotten me yet. And then as soon as I said that, there he came.
You materialized.
And we were both just like screaming.
We were screaming as we were like, go!
Oh, it was so funny.
You can outrun him. It's super easy to outrun him.
Yeah, but you just have to.
The music is pounding, and you know when you've outrun him when the horse does a Godzilla like scream, and it's like, oh my god. Yeah,
the horse like roars.
Yeah,
it's crazy, but it's so much fun. So much fun.
I want that back so bad right now.
I crave it.
I like to live on it.
I crave Halloween.
And then, like, it was kind of nice. I mean, like, but you could also get chased by him in the or run into him at least.
You could run into him on the trail ride, but I don't think he did anything.
I don't think he did. He would float up and go at you. He did that to me once.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't chase.
The chasing was actually something that was like an early Star Stable thing. But it used to be that it would just randomly happen when you were in Golden Leaf Forest. Like during the Halloween event. I think that's all the Halloween event was back then, was that if you went into the forest, there was a chance of Galloper coming after you, and if he caught you, he would send you back to your home stable with a gift. But you'd be knocked out.
Yeah.
You'd be knocked out because it would be like there would like a message that popped up that would say like you couldn't breathe or something like that, and then you wake up in your home stable and you were given some kind of gift.
Mm-hmm.
That was before my time and on playing, and then for a while they cut that completely because they said it was too scary for kids. Well, then when they started bringing back an actual Halloween event with a Halloween area, then they brought Galloper back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I think the very first time we had a legitimate actual Halloween area was 2019, and it wasn't fantastic, but it was definitely fun. But then in 2020. They actually, and I was so sad that they didn't quite do this last year. They did do some fun quests last year, but they didn't go this route. Is in 2020, Yidris took over the entire thing.
Oh boy.
And basically had a party. Like, it was all decked out and they were having a month-long Halloween party. But the coolest part is, at the beginning, if you went and talked to all the ghosts, they were super happy about it. And by the end of the event, if you talked to the ghosts, they were like, we're so tired. We want to go home. We're done dancing. We're done partying. We want to go home. And I was like, oh my god. Because Yidris was keeping all those spirits there against their will. So that he could throw you a party, basically. It was definitely something.
It was great.
Bet.
Yeah, but he imprisoned Galloper as well.
Yeah.
That was the big part of it. Yes. He was like, well, normally Galloper's in charge of Halloween, but this year I've taken over. And if you went over to he set up like a prison in there, and you could see Galloper and his horse in there behind like a huge wall of purple fire. It was just crazy. And they didn't do that last year. None of that plot line last year. But last year we did actually start to kind of get Galloper's backstory, which is something we've never had. And I'm very excited to continue that. Very excited.
Oh, I'm very excited for it to come then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the Halloween Wilds and the Halloween tack sets are always my favorite. Like, there's just something about the Halloween aesthetic horses that are just peak. Other than the Raven one last year, that really fell flat for me, but the other one was nice.
Yeah, and I'm kind of hoping I hope they 2 breeds. I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure because my predictions have kind of been right thus far with horses. I'm thinking at least this year they will update the Mustang because that is the most requested.
Oh yes,
and the Shire. I think the Mustang and the Shire, they have to be next in the pool for updating old breeds. And if they update the Shire, there's a high chance that there's going to be an updated Galloper's horse. Because at the end of the event, this past event in Halloween, his horse is the one that goes off to do something up on that hill.
Yes, and she disappears.
She disappears, quite literally, to talk to someone.
Right.
But I'm just like, that is the perfect opportunity to reveal a new the new model for her, the new whatever, and then you can, because I think they put out the new Windfells, which I bought one because I want at least one low poly horse. But I think they're pushing those out. They haven't said it, but I'm pretty sure maybe for the last time.
Yeah.
And because if they can update the Shire, that means they can update the Galloper's horse. Yes. And then thus possibly also future update all of the other Windfells as well.
Right. And what I've noticed is with the I always call them wilds because those used to be the Jorvik wilds, is all the ones that changed color. Those were Jorvik wilds. And so it's been kind of a shell shock thing where now we have a breed called the Jorvik Wild, and they're naming all those other shifting horses actual breed names. So sometimes I still refer to them as wilds because, like, in my head, that's what they've been for 10 years,
Fair.
But I've noticed a shift in, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but they've started to theme them all. The flower, the cherry and the birch Lusitanos were the first ones they ever did that with. Before that, it was always, here's just a horse in a funky color, The ones on the Icelandic model were actually ones that were designed by players, and those aren't coming back. They did. They already retired those. Those aren't coming back. But like, notice how nothing new looks like there's the rainbow Windfell or the gold Windfell or like the blue and black one. Like, they're not just doing, oh, this would be a cool color combo. They're actually sitting down and going, okay, we want dragon horses. We want fish horses. In the concept art, they had like Egyptian ones and frog and birds and all that kind of stuff. And like, that's what they're starting to do. And I think that's really cool. But I also just really, really want a rainbow horse. Like, bad. Like, come on, guys.
Rainbow horse, good.
I mean, and maybe that's something that will come with the Pride event at some point, is when they, maybe they'll release a new breed that is the white with the rainbow mane and tail, like that one Windfell. And it's for the Pride event, because we are due for, Moose. Moose just walked through me.
Hi, Moose.
We are due for another magic horse. Like, in the next couple months anyway, because we'll probably have the Hoflingers in June, and then probably July we're gonna get another magic horse, or or we'll have the Hoflingers, because they've put out a new breed and a wild in the same month. I feel like they've done that. You know, so it wouldn't not make sense for them to go, all right, here's your Hoflingers at the beginning of the month, and then halfway through the month, here's a new magic thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Anything. I also don't think the Halflingers are gonna have any special gate or any special move.
That's so funny though.
But because like the last time that happened with those crazy animations is with the Percheron. And the Percheron had like they did a placeholder for the quote unquote special animation, but it doesn't have one.
No, it did have a special gate though.
It did have a special gate, so the Halflinger might have a special gate if it has one in real life. I don't know.
They don't. Halflingers are definitely not gated, but it almost makes me wonder if it could be a special move like the Finn horse where it lays down. Or like maybe they're gonna make another horse bow, you know, like the Marwari does. But as far as a gate, there's nothing I could think of that they would make it gated. And also, with it only being 900 star coins and not 950, I'm going to say that it probably doesn't have a special gate, but it might have some kind of special move. Might. It just won't be like, obviously there's no breed-specific move for a Hoflinger. They're very... in real life, they're not very exciting horses. They're just cute. Like, like they don't have much going for them other than they're basically like a walking couch.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, no, they're really. I know Audrey sent some pictures of her mom's Hoffies, but I'll have to find some pictures of Hoflingers. Apparently, that's a type of shoe, everyone. Hoflinger is a type of shoe.
Is it?
I just googled Hoflingers and the first thing to come up was like Hoflinger brand shoes. Like what? What do you mean? No, they're
it's a shoe now.
Hoflinger brand names Schuler shoes. Nah, but they're super duper cute horses. And they're oh, what the? I recognize that picture? Wait a minute. Where are these people located out of? Because I feel like I know that horse. Or at least I know the facility. That's funky. I don't like when that happens.
Oh my god.
Because it's like Googling random photos and then being like, I think I've ridden at that barn before.
Oh my gosh. Also, they do have that beautiful flowy hair. What the hell?
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's gorgeous.
Yes. They're lovely. Yeah, if I like I had a Hoflinger when I was 8 years old. My mom was like she fell in love with the breed and people had told her and she had researched and she came to the conclusion that Hoflingers are really good kids horses, which is not true, but you don't get, and like this is the first horse we ever bought, first horse we ever owned. I'd been taking lessons for a while, but I was a little kid and we were new at this. And you don't buy an 8-year-old green horse for your 8-year-old inexperienced kid. That's just a no-no. Like you don't do that. And that's exactly what my mom did. And so I like but the thing is he was so well behaved at home, like at his home, because I went and I tested him a couple times. And he was great. He was a good boy. I even rode him bareback in a halter. And he was fabulous. But we got him home and he was a terror. 1,000-pound terror. And like I'm 8 years old. Like this thing would yank the reins out of my hands constantly. you know, because he was strong enough that he could.
Yeah.
And like he dragged me out of the arena on one occasion. Like he actually we were at our state fairgrounds, and it was for camp, for Pony Club camp. And they have an indoor arena, and they have this like metal fencing, you know, you see it like carnival rides and stuff. They had that metal fencing up to keep the horses from going towards the bleachers. Well, one day Chippy just decided he was gonna barrel right through it. He was walking the entire time too, by the way, guys. He walks up to that fence, he knocks it down, he steps over it. I'm like jerking on this horse to get him to stop moving. He did not stop. And he turned into the aisleway, and he was walking back to his stall, and there was nothing I could do to stop him. But he was just walking. He was just like he was just going. And at that point, I was so frustrated with him that I was like, we either get rid of this horse or I'm done riding, because I'm not dealing with this. We had him for a year, actually it might have been 2 years. We had him for a little while, and then we sold him back to the person that we got him from. And my mom was super torn up about it, and I was just like, "So long, you little shit," you know. And then shortly after that, we got Alex, which was way more my style anyway. Although I did have plenty of problems with Alex at first too, but at least Alex I could muscle around if need be. Chippy was just a tank, a literal tank, a large lad.
Gosh.
Yeah, like on him, like when I sat on him, he was so wide that like I could barely kick him forward because he was so wide and I was so small. But it's like that just goes to show you that like I really shouldn't have been on him in the first place if I couldn't even like I'd kick him and nothing would happen because my legs were so short and he was just round.
Just a round little man.
But he did go to a really good home after us, because the person that bought him actually sold him to a lady that she drives. So I think he was much more suited for a driving horse than a riding horse, because he just he really just seemed to have that kind of temperament. And it's like, well, good for you, bruh. Good for you. But no, if my mom had to get another horse, she'd probably either go for an Irish Cob or a Hoflinger, because literally they're couches. They're couches. They're lovely, you know, like I'm not saying all Hoflingers are like that, but they are also kind of stubborn. Like that is a Hoflinger trait, an Appaloosa trait. There's a couple other breeds that are like that are just innately stubborn.
Yeah. I mean that's just the nature of when you're dealing with any animal, especially when horses, cats, and dogs have been pretty much the most domesticated and kind of bred to fit human needs and all that jazz. Like you're gonna get the real stubborn ones in that mix.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can tell you one thing, my little dog is the most stubborn little thing I've ever had.
And my corgi Patrick is the biggest potato he's not overweight. He's just a freaking potato.
Just a potato.
Whenever there's thunderstorms, we're gonna get one tonight. We had a little one in the afternoon, and he comes to me shaking. He's like, I'm scared.
Oh no, baby.
I don't baby him because I don't want to reward that pansy behavior. I didn't raise no bitch. But I'll put down on the little kind of giant pillow / dog bed I have for him right next to my chair, and he's like, I'm gonna lay on this bed. My god, it's just a big boom boom.
Yeah. Oh no, that reminds me of we had a thunderstorm back home yesterday, and I was on the phone with my mom, and when I was driving home, and she just all of a sudden goes, oh, it's okay, Goose. It's okay. It's okay, Goose. Because Lucy had jumped up on the couch shaking because there was a big old thunder boomer. And when she does that, she gets really, really clingy, and we'll rub her belly a little bit until she calms down. But it's just like, oh my god, honey, like she just shakes like a leaf, and she gets all soggy. I'm sure you guys know that look on like golden retrievers where they get kind of like all of a sudden their face just gets all droopy, and like that's what she does. But
my little dog just goes and hides in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
like she doesn't she doesn't necessarily like cling to people when that happens, but she likes to be on her spot on the couch, and if you happen to come sit by her, she wants a belly rub so that she feels safe. But oh man. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end stream here. I might stay on voice chat for a little while, but I'm going to end the stream. So good night, everybody, and we'll see you on Saturday. Yay!